Hello everyone and welcome to today's edition of the Cheap Meal presented by Deep Fried Draft. It is the Thanksgiving Eve edition of the Cheap Meal. Hopefully your Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow won't be cheap. Spare no expense, I say. Get your turkey, get your ham if you're like me and you prefer ham to turkey, and the various other fixings that come with it. But enjoy your Thanksgiving. Nobody's probably going to watch this video because it's coming out on Thanksgiving Eve. You're all either traveling or something, and family get-togethers, all that. But if you're bored at the table tomorrow, pull this up, watch the old Cheap Meal here on Deep Fried Draft. Let's get into some college football news first. UCLA has fired head coach Jim Mora Jr. This was not unexpected. I expect them to try to lure Chip Kelly out of the ESPN booth. The word is that him and them in Florida are duking it out here. Who's going to pay him the most money? I think ultimately he's going to end up at UCLA, if I had to guess, because I just don't see Chip Kelly wanting to coach in Gainesville when he can coach in Los Angeles. If for some reason I'm wrong, look for Texas A&M head coach Kevin Sumlin if he's let go there, and maybe Lane Kiffin or somebody along those lines. To head to Pasadena. South Alabama head coach Joey Jones resigned after his team got smoked 54-0 by then winless Georgia Southern. Bruce Feldman of Sports Illustrated mentioned that Southern Cal offensive coordinator T. Martin, who's a Mobile native, may be a candidate. West Virginia offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach Jake Spavital, and Louisiana Lafayette offensive coordinator Will Hall, who I believe is a former head coach at Division II Power West Georgia. Those are among the candidates, among others, for that job. I kind of figured this was coming with Joey Jones. He got the program as far as he could go for them to take the next step. They needed some fresh blood in there for that. Oklahoma senior quarterback Baker Mayfield will not start the game against West Virginia. I'm guessing this has something to do with him grabbing his crotch in the direction of the Kansas bench and yelling expletives at them. It started out with pre-game. He went to shake hands with their captains. They refused. Don't know what you're accomplishing there if you're 1-9 Kansas trying to be like that, but hey, whatever. I don't know. People seem to be making a big deal out of this. I don't give a crap. I mean, who cares? Yeah, I kind of want my quarterback to have a little fire, and he certainly has that. So I don't think this affects his draft stock any at all. It shouldn't anyway. But dumber things have happened. So we'll see. Speaking of that game against West Virginia junior quarterback Will Greer likely out for the season, including their bowl game. After having surgery to repair a broken finger. He broke his finger. It was nasty. But broke his finger diving for the pylon in their game this past Saturday against Texas. He still has a decision to make on whether to declare for the NFL draft or not. We'll see. See where that goes. The Blitnikoff Award, of which I am a voter, I've said before, has named their 3 finalists. I voted for 2 of these 3. David Seals from West Virginia was my number 2 vote. James Washington from Oklahoma State was my number 3 vote. Both of those guys are finalists. My number 1 vote was Anthony Miller of Memphis. He is not a finalist. Instead, it is Michael Gallup of Colorado State, who I did have in my top 10 among votes. So congratulations to those 3. Haven't made up my mind who's going to get my vote yet for the award, but I will let you know when I do make that decision. Top 10 draft order for the NFL draft. Let's hit that right quick. Cleveland stays at the top at 1, San Francisco 2, Giants 3, Denver up to 4, Indianapolis now picking 5th, Chicago 6th, Los Angeles Chargers 7th, Cincinnati currently 8th, Oakland picking 9th, and Arizona 10th. 16 games now on the schedule for this week. So let's jump into that preview and it's going to start with the Egg Bowl tomorrow night on Thanksgiving, 6:30 p.m. on ESPN. For Ole Miss, we want to watch their senior edge rusher Marquise Haynes, who's wearing number 38. See how he matches up with Mississippi State senior offensive tackle number 55 Martinez Rankin. I've seen Rankin as a first-round prospect by many. I can't do that. Maybe second, maybe third. I can't go first round with Rankin. But we'll see how that matchup goes. Let's go to Black Friday, and it starts early, 10:30 a.m. on ESPNU. Western Michigan at Toledo. Matchup to watch in this game will be Western Michigan senior running back Jarvion Franklin, number 31, 6 foot, 225 pound back, and Toledo senior linebacker 5'11", 228, number 30, Jawan Woodley. Let's watch that matchup. 11 a.m. Fox Sports 1, Baylor at TCU. For Baylor, we want to keep an eye on number 20, senior safety Davion Hall, 6'1", 210. For TCU, we want to get a look at one of the top 5 center prospects in this year's draft, number 51, Austin Schlottman. I may or may not, because I tried to find this game on my guide to record it the other day. So if I can, I'll watch this game. If it's for some reason it's not. It says it's on AT&T Sports Rocky Mountain, but I couldn't find it. So if it is available, UNLV at Nevada, 2 p.m. For UNLV, disappointing senior season for wide receiver Devontae Boyd. So let's watch him in this game. We'll get another look at the Senior Bowl accepted senior offensive guard who plays left tackle for Nevada, number 73, Austin Corbett. Again, if for some reason I can't watch this game, I will replace it with something else. 2:30 p.m. on ABC, South Florida at UCF. UCF trying to stay unbeaten and get that. And the winner of this game will play Memphis in the American Championship game next week. And then the winner of that game is probably going to be the team that goes to the New Year's Six bowl game. But for UCF, word is that the Shrine game has invited Quentin Flowers to play quarterback. That's good. I think he deserves a chance to play quarterback in an all-star game, and the Shrine game is a good venue for that. 6 p.m. on BN Sports. Western Kentucky at Florida International. Just another chance to see Western Kentucky senior quarterback Mike White for FIU. Probably one of the last chances to get to watch one of my favorite prospects over the last 4 years. He's not going to be drafted. I doubt he's going to be drafted. But he's a guy I've enjoyed watching play. Is Pharaoh McIver, senior tight end, number 88 for FIU. 6'6", 256. He's a grad transfer from NC State. Started out as a linebacker, now as a tight end. 9:30 on FS1, Cal at UCLA. This is my first look at Cal this season. Sorry. But we're going to look at number 9, James Looney. He's a senior defensive lineman, 6'3", 280. For UCLA and Cal, both, the winner of this game will become bowl eligible. So we'll see how UCLA does with the interim coach in this one. Let's move on now to Saturday, 11 a.m. on ABC, Georgia at Georgia Tech. For Georgia, let's get a look at the 6'2", 302-pound senior guard, number 77, Isaiah Wynn. For Georgia Tech, it's my first look at them this year. They need to win this game to go to a bowl, so it's probably going to be my only look at them this year. But let's check out number 42, senior linebacker Keyshawn Freeman. 11 a.m. on the SEC Network, Louisville at Kentucky. For Louisville, let's get another look at Lamar Jackson. It's a great player. His college career winding down. Want to watch him, and we watch number 7, their senior running back Reggie Bonifant is a player I'm very fond of to translate his skill set to the next level. For Kentucky, their top prospect is junior linebacker number 51, Courtney Love, 6'5", 245. 11 a.m. on CBS Sports Network on Saturday is Tulane at SMU. I wanted to get another look at Tulane and their two defensive prospects. number 17, senior cornerback Perry Nickerson, and number 1, senior edge rusher Ade Aruna. For SMU, we get another look at their senior center, Evan Brown, number 63. Good prospect there. 2:30 p.m. on CBS, with the winner going to the SEC championship game, is the Iron Bowl. Alabama at Auburn. Key matchup in this one for me is Alabama senior linebacker Rashawn Evans, number 32, 6'3", 235-pound backer, against Auburn's junior running back, number 21, Kerryon Johnson. 2:30 p.m. on ESPNU, North Carolina at North Carolina State. Key matchup in this one will be senior edge rusher number 9, Bradley Chubb, a top 5 prospect for me for NC State, and he goes up against number 75, senior offensive tackle Bentley Spain, a 6'6", 300-pound tackle. 4 p.m. on NBC Sports Network, the Bayou Classic, Grambling and Southern. Grambling has a couple of offensive skill prospects to look out for. Number 1, senior quarterback Devontae Kincaid, a 6'1", 190-pound quarterback, and their senior running back, number 4, Martez Carter, 5'8", 175. For Southern, they have a defensive prospect that has accepted an invitation to the Senior Bowl, number 1, senior corner Danny Johnson, a 5'10", 194-pound corner. At 6 p.m. on ESPN is Clemson at South Carolina. The biggest thing to watch in this game is, can South Carolina block Clemson's front four? If they can, will Jake Bentley protect the football? His decision-making has been a little shaky in recent games. So those are the key things to watch to see if South Carolina can pull off the upset here and keep Clemson out of the college football playoff. 6:30 p.m. on the SEC Network is Texas A&M at Louisville. The word is that this is Kevin Sumlin's last game, win or lose. So we'll see how that plays out. For LSU, I want to get a look at the matchup with junior corner Kevin Tolliver, number 2, and see if he matches up with Christian Kirk, the junior wide receiver for the Aggies. 6:30 p.m. on ESPNU is UTSA at Louisiana Tech. This is my first official watching of UTSA. I watched a few of their games on the Stadium Facebook Live page, which is, if you haven't and you're on Facebook, like the page Stadium Live College Football, I think it is. And they backlog every game they've showed on there this season. So it's a good reference to go see some Conference USA and Mountain West, I believe. They have deals with both of those conferences. And so it's a good reference to see some of those games. But for UTSA, they have 3 prospects that I like. One of which had accepted his invitation to the Senior Bowl, and I know he's got a big following in the draft Twitter community. But it's number 93, senior edge rusher Marcus Davenport. He's built like a brick shithouse. 6'7", 255, just humongous man. They also have a senior corner who's a late round prospect, number 1, Devron Davis, a 6', 210-pound corner. Don't sleep on senior quarterback, number 14, Dalton Strum. He's 6'2", 195, but he's a very efficient passer. He can make plays with his feet. He's not going to be a starting. I don't know if he's ever going to. I would never say he's going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL, but I think he can make a team if he gets in the right situation in the camp. Maybe he goes to Canada and has success, but I think Dalton Strum's going to play professional football as a quarterback somewhere. For Louisiana Tech, we're going to get another look at number 45, junior edge rusher Jalen Ferguson. He's a 6'5", 265-pound edge rusher. UTSA is already bowl eligible. Louisiana Tech needs to win this game to get there. That's going to do it for this Thanksgiving Eve edition of the Sheep Meal. As always, follow me on Twitter at Deep Fried Draft, Facebook.com/Deep Fried Draft. Search Deep Fried Draft of the Cheat Meal on YouTube. Hit subscribe so you get notified when the videos go up. Also, go to the App Store and download the Bumpers app and hit subscribe to the Cheapest Meal podcast there, and you'll get notified whenever those go up as well. At deepfrieddraft.com right now, you can see my report from last Saturday, Southern Miss and Charlotte. I was there live, put that up on the website today. You can check that out. You can also check out a link to the Senior Bowl, the 26 players that accepted invites to the Senior Bowl this week. That's also up on the website. And find everything else, deepfrieddraft.com. Everybody enjoy your Thanksgiving. Until next week.